Welcome to DISYS Concur Travel for Consultants Training. Open your web browser and go to www.concursolutions.com. Enter your email address, the one that you use to set up your PeopleSoft information, and on your first login, use the password WELCOME in all lowercase. When you log in for the first time using your email ID, you will be directed to the Change Password screen. Here, enter WELCOME as the old password and create a new password that you can easily remember. You will also be required to enter a password clue. After, click Submit. You can also change your password at any time by accessing your profile using the icon on the top right of the screen. From the profile options, select Change Password. After changing your password, go to Personal Information. Scroll down the page and enter as much information as possible, especially your home address, contact information, emergency contact, and travel preferences. It is also important that you verify your email address. Click Verify. Once you click Verify, an email will be sent to you and the Enter Code field will appear. When the email arrives from Concur, copy the verification code from the email and paste it in the field above. Click OK. Once your email is verified, you can send receipts to Concur via email and they will be stored in your account for use when you do your expenses. Click Travel at the top menu. The first step in arranging travel is receiving pre-approval from your client. Always ask for approval via email and copy your HRBP. If you're a GSOC consultant on a project with a pre-approved travel budget, your DISYS coordinator must approve your trip prior to booking. When your client requires that you use their travel system, you must submit a travel form to your HRBP, who will then pass it on to the DISYS travel administrator. You will not be able to arrange your travels in Concur in these instances. You will, however, submit your expenses from the completed trip through Concur. Always be sure to have your trip approved and have all information regarding your needs for the trip. DISYS pays a processing fee for every transaction, so it's important you complete your bookings at one time. The travel homepage has two panels. Panel 1 is the Trip Search dialog. Panel 2 contains company notes which provide DISYS-specific information and links to training materials. The first step in arranging travel is selecting the appropriate travel policy. Use the drop-down arrow to display the list of clients that have a travel policy. If your client is not listed, select the default consultant traveling option. Once you have selected the appropriate policy, click within the departure field. Select an airport by typing the airport/city name in the field. As you type, a list pops up with options matching the letters you have entered. Select your desired airport by clicking the appropriate name. Repeat the step for your destination. The next step is selecting your outbound and return dates. Click within the field to open the calendar. Choose the appropriate date. To specify the times for your flight, indicate your preference for either departure or arrival times. Select a time for the drop-down list, then indicate in the last field the number of hours before or after that time that are acceptable to you.
If you plan to rent a car, select the Pickup/Drop-Off Car at Airport option. Select Find a Hotel to open the hotel search parameters. Indicate the distance from your point of reference, airport, address, company location, or zip code. Ensure Economy is selected as the flight class. Choose the Search by option. The default is Schedule, but Price is the better option to see results that match your travel policy.
At the top of the screen is a matrix that breaks down your search results by stop and by airline. By selecting an option from the matrix, you can restrict the search results listed. Any fare with the green Select button is compliant with the policy. Click Select for your desired flight. This screen displays your flight itinerary. Review the information to ensure it meets your requirements. You have the option of selecting your seat. To do so, click Select Seat to open a pop-up window and display a seating chart. Click on your desired seat as long as it falls within the policy and airline restrictions. Otherwise, Concur will select your seat based on any preferences you indicate in your profile. Once you have validated all the information, click Reserve Flight and continue. The next screen presents you your car results. This page works the same as the flight search. You have the matrix on top and individual cars listed below. Per DISYS policy, you must use Avis or Budget as your vendor. Any car with a green Select button is pre-approved and a valid selection. If your client requires you to use a different vendor, all selections will show as invalid/out of policy on the screen. Note that you are also restricted to cars of intermediate size or smaller. Once you have selected a car, you will see the summary page. Review the information, then click Reserve Car and continue. The third portion of your reservation is the hotel results. On this page is a map that shows the locations of various hotels around your chosen reference point. You can click on the balloon to pull up that hotel or scroll through the search results. When you see a hotel you like, click the Choose Room link to display the available rooms at the hotel. As long as the square box and room price are green, the room is within policy. Click within the circle besides the room description and click Select. The hotel reservation details are displayed. Be sure to review the hotel rate details and cancellation policy. Once you have done so and feel these details are acceptable, select the checkbox I agree to the hotel's rate, rules, restrictions, and cancellation policy. Click Reserve Hotel and continue. If you prefer to book a train, click on the Train Search tab. You will have to book each part of your trip, hotel and car, separately when you choose Train Search. Enter your departure and arrival cities, dates, and times. Select Search by Price and click Search. Once you select a rail ticket, Concur will display your itinerary. Use the Add to your itinerary option to include your hotel and rental car bookings. Always book any additional reservations through this option to avoid additional processing fees. Your itinerary is displayed next. Scroll through to confirm it is correct. Click Next. Give your trip a name for convenience in recognizing it in a list. Your itinerary and confirmation will be emailed to you. Select whether to have a hotel directions included to your confirmation email. Click Next. Your reservation is complete. Contact your HRBP and let them know you have a trip pending approval. If you cannot reach your HRBP and the deadline for approval is close, contact the DISYS Travel Administrator at travel@disys.com. Click Return to the Travel Center. At the Travel Center, you will see your trip under the Upcoming Trips tab. All your trips must be approved by your HRBP. When your trip has been approved or rejected, you will receive an email notification. If your trip is rejected, you have the option of resubmitting it or withdrawing the trip and starting over. Concur does not allow you to modify or reject a trip. When you receive the email indicating your trip has been approved, the status will show ticketed in the trip library. If you need to change any aspect of your reservation, you must do so through Concur. To make a change from the travel homepage, click on the trip name to open the itinerary. Within each section of your itinerary is a change link. Click this link to open a sub-window to change dates and times for your car or hotel reservation. If you need to make flight changes, you can do so through Concur until the flight has been ticketed. Once the ticket has been issued, you must contact McNair to make any changes. The first step is to provide client approval of the change to your HRBP. Then you will contact McNair directly to effect any necessary changes. McNair's contact information is on the company's information pane on the Concur homepage. You can add a car, Wi-Fi, or hotel to your itinerary by clicking on one of those links. You'll be led through a series of screens to add that item to your trip. For more information, please contact your HRBP or travel admin at DISYS through travel@disys.com. Also from the Travel Center, you can cancel the trip. First, you must acquire approval from the client to cancel the trip. To cancel, click the Cancel Trip link on the right. You will see a warning. If you are sure you want to cancel, click OK. Be sure you have followed all cancellation policies when you cancel a trip to avoid additional fees. If you are canceling the trip late, any cancellation fees must be approved by the client manager.